So Fulham 2, Arsenal 1, back-to-back defeats in the Christmas period. One winning 5. The math ain't mathing. We have gone from being Christmas champions back-to-back to now being 1 point ahead of Ange Postecoglou's Tottenham. Stinkers everywhere again. Defeat again. Manager clueless again. Subs clueless again. Make sure you sub to the Southern Gooner. Link will be in the title if I can get it in there. We're going to do player ratings straight after. Matty, what went wrong today, bro?
Everything you can think of. This was for all of the things we've pointed out this year. Striker, midfield, left back replacement, center back cover, style of play, substitutions, manager's tactics. Everything was on display. And Ketia, the king of Zamunda, was even in the room today. Now, he wasn't scoring, but he was there. He was definitely there. Not providing anything. 29. He's out of form now. That's what happens when you get yourself sent off for a couple of games. You knock yourself out of form. So now he's out of form. He's washed. Did Declan Rice, the $100 million man, he's starting to go backwards. The stench of Arteta is now on him. Lee, I quite think this little title thing that everybody was talking about, I think it's done. I think it's just about done. I think I had a prediction of 5th or 6th or something along that line. I think
we were laughed out of town.
Yeah, and now we're right there looking dead at it again. Oh, look at Spurs. Look at Manchester United. I just told Northside, I said, no, what's the difference in Manchester United's team and our team? One of the managers has hair, another one doesn't. That's the only difference.
Yep.
That's the only difference. We're the laughing stocks of the league.
Yeah, 2 of the biggest clubs in the league.
Two at one point, 2 of the biggest clubs competing for titles.
We've spent £1 billion under our managers between us.
Yeah, and we're the laughing stocks of the league. And you got fans running around here dancing, creating raps. Hip, I mean, just straight miggity Mac. You know, this is what they're doing.
You don't stop.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we at. And then we go out there and drop that today. That was a diss track to every Arsenal fan who's watching that today. Is what that was.
What did he say at halftime, though, Matty? Right, because we got the goal, and let's be real, right? We were sat there on the watch along, and I remember sitting there around 25 minutes in. We were 1-0 up. Right, and I was like, the goal's coming. We were sitting there, we were all in agreement. The goal's coming. Why are we dropping off? We got the goal. And I sat there after 25 and I was like, do you know what? This feels like it's nearly the end of the game. It feels like it's an eternity and it's 25 minutes. We've watched games this weekend where you're like, wow, it's nearly half time. Wow, it's 79 minutes. God flipping hell, that's flown past. What was that? And what did he say at half time, bro? Yeah, like, come on, bro, playing Kivior inverted. Yeah.
I mean, Lee, he didn't do anything, but I want to highlight something. They come out of the tunnel at halftime, grab-assing, having a good time. Brother, we need goals. We need wins. Nobody was taking anything serious.
Martinelli and El Neni cuddling and laughing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hey, man,
Jesus and Jorginho laughing on the bench.
Yeah. Hey, man, I just bought a Porsche 911. Oh, yeah, man. I'll show you after the game. You know, that's what they were talking about. They were talking about everything.
Yeah, what are you doing for New Year's? What club are you going to?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna go down to this one. I'm gonna go. Oh no, I'm gonna stay at home. You're invited to my party. I'm gonna go China White tonight. Yeah, there's gonna be loads of girls there. Get out of here, man.
Yeah, nothing about
serious, bro. They're laughing in our faces.
Yeah, nothing about football. Nothing about football at all. And the performance today from Fulham looked like prime Barcelona. I mean, they were down there just pulling off stunts and tricks and flicks and having a good time. I mean, I just the way they just leave, and it's been that way for the last several games, man. 3 passes, they're in. 1 ball over the top, you're in. Chaos ensues. Midfield weak. Odegaard, 3 assists in 25 games.
Don't worry, though, man. He snotted in his palm of his hand and then put it all through his hair today.
Most disgusting thing I've seen. I guess he didn't think people were watching him, but that just shows. I mean, this guy here, man, Odegaard. And guess what, Lee? You know what the thing about it is? There's nobody to bring in. We don't have anybody that we can bring in that could provide anything better. And whose fault is that? That's the manager's fault. And I'm going to ask you all, Do you trust this man to cut another check in the transfer window based off of his performances in the last 4 or 5 transfer windows? No. With that, it's time to go. It's
He's had
really
9
time
transfer windows.
How many?
9.
It's time to go.
Look at the state of that squad.
Yeah, it's not. It's time to go, Lee. It's time to go. And I'm being serious. I'm being flat out serious. This manager has run his course. He's run his course, and we don't have the room for error anymore. Because if we don't act and act fast with this guy, we're going to be 6, 7, 8, 9. It don't take much in this league to be at the back of the scrap heap.
Yeah, mate. If West Ham beat Brighton on Tuesday, they're 4 points behind us. West Ham. David Moyes got the job 10 days after Arteta. He's won the same amount of trophies.
He's won a bigger trophy. Depending on who you have.
I'd say the FA Cup's probably bigger than the.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying. I mean, in terms of
yeah.
European pedigree with this manager. This is what I'm saying. I'm not saying.
Yeah. In terms of European, it's a European trophy. I get because people are going to cry about that in the comments.
Let me preface that. European Cup, that trophy is definitely not bigger than the FA Cup. What I'm saying is that our manager has not done anything in Europe since we've had him.
Yep.
And this guy
We've never done anything in Europe as a club.
That's a whole nother discussion, Lee. We'll be here for another 45 minutes having that discussion. But since you said that, I'll say this too. We'll segue into this. We've got the FA Cup coming up in a few days here.
Yeah, a week.
Yeah, and based on what you've seen the last 3 games, and including the game against them, what has shown you that we even stand a chance in that? So guess what, Lee? You know what that is? Another cup thrown in the bin.
That'll be 15.
That'd be
15 trophies. He's won 1. The Premier League 16, so that's 1 in 16. 1 in 16. When he wins the Champions League, because we'll get kicked out of that, that's 1 in 17. How long do we go with this?
And not only that, Lee, Porto is right around the corner. And I said it during the broadcast today. What fool thinks we're going to actually go out and do something against Porto? We couldn't even beat Aston Villa. We couldn't beat West Ham. We couldn't beat Fulham today. Fulham, Craven Cottage.
Bro, their last 2 games, they lost 2-0 to Burnley and 3-0 to Bournemouth.
Lee, this manager's done, man. This manager's done. It's time to move him on. And we've got an opportunity here, Zidane, even if a caretaker. Hey, man, we don't need to do it full time. We just need you to come in and just manage the ship. Just something to get us different than what this manager's offering because he's out of ideas. Matter of fact, whatever plans he had is not working anymore. Soccer's done.
Do not give him another penny. Get rid today.
You see it in soccer's body.
Getting us back to the level that was deemed not good enough 7 years ago, which is why we wanted Wenger out.
Yeah.
Thank you for putting us back in the conversation. Yeah. Thanks for getting us top 4 again. Thanks for putting us in the conversations. Now we can attract better players than if we were 9th or 8th. Yeah. But it's time to go. Yeah. And this is where an elite club acts here. Bayern Munich sacked Nagelsmann second in the table with 5 games to go. Yet they won the league.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, this is what elite clubs do.
Lee, the players, soccer's body language is starting to show. He doesn't care what this man talking about. I got my goal. I'm just trying to make sure I got my steps to go.
Again.
Yeah.
He gave up.
Yeah.
2 games in a row, Matt. He gave up.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's had enough. Yeah. He's had enough of being restricted to a system. Yeah. And we've heard Thierry Henry and Jack Grealish talking about when they work with Pep. Yeah. And like, if you don't track back and you're not a left back, you get hooked. Yeah. The only difference is he don't get hooked, but he has to stick to the system.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's not allowed to float around. Martin Odegaard is so predictable, bro. Yeah. Declan Rice. Yeah. Maybe that's the Declan Rice we signed. Maybe he's been getting away with it because the rest look trash and around him. Yeah. For the start of the season.
Hey, man.
Declan Rice.
That stinks. Anything Arteta touch goes to trash. I mean, anything he touches goes down the toilet, man. He was playing center back today, whether people notice or not.
Jesus was at right back at one point.
At one point, he was at right back. I was scared to make that point. Yeah, he was at right back. I mean, just look at this chaos around here, man. Odegaard was playing at left back right back at one point today. I mean, bro. I mean, why? People should be asking themselves, why is Odegaard going all the way back to collect the ball to go forward?
Why was 29 on their first goal the furthest man back?
Why was he on the pitch?
Where was our centre backs?
Why was he on the pitch at all today? Because he's not.
It's true.
Lee, we're done. Well,
another 280 grand a week picked up for 29, bro. How are we getting rid of that guy now?
Lee,
280 a week, bro. How are we getting rid of him?
it's a disgracia.
It's a disgracia, guys. I feel embarrassed, guys. But listen, we're going to wrap this up. We're going to jump straight on player ratings. That will not take long. Yeah, and if you're emotional and get caught in your feelings,
You want my player of the game? You want my player of the game today?
Good.
He's Iwobi.
Like him and William were rolling back the years. Yeah. Man of the match for me today was Paulinho, but Iwobi.
Yeah, I know Paulinho was good, but you know,
Paulinho he bossed us today, mate. And that's what you get when you sign a top player and you pay top dollar. But don't worry. Yeah, don't worry. Let's just go and buy a Brazilian 14-year-old and loan him out to Norwich. Yeah, get out of it, man. Make sure you sub to the Southern Gooner, people. The link will be in the title if I can fit it in. If not, it's in the description. We're going to bounce on to player ratings. No Jez today. Jez is at a party, unfortunately, with a Tottenham fan.
Oh, my God. I can only imagine.
Yeah, and they won as well.
I can only imagine that.
So, yeah, we're out of here, people. Big up to everybody who's tuned in all year as well, man. It's been ups and downs, smiles and frowns, but ultimately, here we are. And the process has failed. But it is what it is.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.